Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball, fueled by Gatorade. We've reached the midpoint of the 2025 Athletes Unlimited season, and the stars have come to play. Isabel Harrison is back home in Nashville, and after some big performances last week, she jumped 12 spots to land back in the captain's chair, piloting a team for the 8th time in her AU career. Across the way is Maddie Siegrist, a captain for the 2nd straight week, coming off a perfect 3-0 campaign. Siegrist has been on a tear, dropping 25 points in her last game. She's got a new-look team, but the same goals: stay hot and stay winning. Week 3 of AU Pro Basketball starts now. Welcome back to Nashville. Week 3 AU hoops on the way, and we kick things off with a really good matchup. Team Harrison taking on Team Siegrist here in Nashville. Let's take a quick peek back to last week. Team Siegrist put together this epic squad. Nothing gold can stay here in AU. 4 top point getters a week ago. Your 4 captains coming into week 3. That's the name of the game here in AU. And with that, we bring you courtside here, joined by the legend Sheryl Swoopes. Greg Meskel here with you. We'll hear from Ari Chambers shortly. Sheryl, start of week 3 here. Not too soon to think about the championship?
Greg, listen, we know a lot of players said they don't pay attention to the leaderboard, but they are playing for a bag. So if you're not paying attention to it now, it might be a little too late, but absolutely trust and believe they are paying attention to this leaderboard starting tonight.
Let's talk about someone who definitely has her eyes on the prize, the hometown hero, Izzy Harrison.
Yeah, Izzy, back in the captain's seat, and you know Izzy is loving being back in charge of her squad. She's averaging 15 points a game, and Izzy is going to absolutely look to attack from the very beginning. She wants to make sure she gets her team started off with a win, and Izzy needs to be that leader for her team tonight. But can we talk about Maddie Siegrist? All I can say is Maddie, Maddie, Maddie. Maddie is getting it done from everywhere. She can post you up. She gets out in transition. But not only does she score inside, Maddie says, I got range too. But you know what else she's going to do? Let them know, Maddie, we see you. Maddie Siegrist is good.
Here's a look at our starting lineups. Bria Hartley playing well, coming off back-to-back 20-point performances. For Siegrist, brand new starting 5, so try and keep it rolling. Let's check in with Ari Chambers.
Ooh, the energy is great, Cheryl. I love that. And I'm going to bring it back to OG, Isabel Harrison. This is her 2nd time this season alone being captain, 8th overall. And Shelly Patterson, her facilitator, said that Izzy knows exactly what she wants to do, so she gives her space to operate. This week, Izzy was focused on spreading the floor and acquiring versatile guards, one being Lexi Brown, but Lexi brings quality off the court, too. She said she's like an assistant captain to Izzy, and that they come together to make a really good team. Izzy appreciates Lexi's input as a guard and her overall IQ. So let's see how these 4-year AU vets come together tonight as they take on Team Siegrist.
Good stuff, Ari.
I love the assistant captain.
Yes.
I like that.
Everyone finds a role. If you watch The Office, the assistant to the regional manager, this is much more prestigious.
Just a little bit.
We get it rolling here with CB firing. Just rattles out.
She wanted that.
You love her reactions.
But back to Ari's point when she says Izzy knew what she wanted, and she wanted some guards that understand how to play. You look at these 5 players who are starting: Sequoia Holmes, Lexi Brown, Bria Hartley, and I know Elisa Peely is not a guard, but she can play like one. So Izzy absolutely did exactly what she wanted to do in this draft.
See the bottom of your screen, ways you can earn points here in Athletes Unlimited. All the positive actions, plus points, negative actions, they'll detract from your overall point total as Hartley goes to work on the block and draws a foul. Foul will go against Jalen Sherrod. Our officials in this one, Gerda Gatling, Cameron Jelinas, and Christine Esparza. First of 2 tonight, week 3 action. Just getting started here. Team Siegrist in the orange, Team Harrison in the blue. And it's Hartley off target at the free throw line.
It's really hard to believe we're already in week 3. I'm like, where did the time go? I need more basketball.
This goes by so fast, and we're joking at the top, right? But blink and you miss it. People already starting to assert themselves at the top of that leaderboard. Odyssey, Maddie,
yes.
They'll be tough to move out of those top spots here as we get into week 3 and 4.
Well, you know, what players are trying to do at this point is separate themselves from each other. And if you're sitting in the top 10 spots on the leaderboard right now, you are absolutely vying to move up and try to catch Odyssey and Maddie in that 1 and 2 spot.
And there's the captain, plus 10 for Maddie Siegrist. She's able to convert, and out the breakaway. Taylor, easy finish with the left.
I think Maddie loves wearing that C on her chest. She finished week 2 3-0, so she's absolutely looking to continue where she left off in week 2, undefeated.
Bradford, a near steal instead of broken play, and Harrison takes advantage. Izzy Harrison was a captain in week 1. That was the random draw based off of returning players, and then earned her way back in. Siegrist firing and hitting. She's so dialed in right now.
Wow. I know players said they don't pay attention, but, you know, coming into this game, Maddie Siegrist was like, I am sitting in second place right below Odyssey Sims. So she knows Odyssey's coming up after her. Maddie is going to do everything she can in this game to try to catch Odyssey and even get some separation.
Kia Nurse, who's shot the ball well as of late, a little strong. Yeah, Siegrist right behind Sims. We're talking about points per game. Maddie coming in at 24 points on the average. Peely slips inside.
That's nice. And not only is she averaging 24 points a game, 8 rebounds, she's shooting 55% from the floor.
That is ridiculous because they aren't just layups.
Right. That's what's really impressive.
Bradford, swooping left hook there. Comes up with air, and now Hartley. Tried to spot Harrison. Good defense there by Taylor. 7-5 start here for Team Siegrist. And the captain, Maddie Siegrist, with 5 points. And Peely takes a stumble. We'll get a whistle. Talked about it a bit at the top here. Some ways to earn positive numbers to your overall point total. 30 points for a 3, so on and so forth. Also those other stats that maybe aren't as glamorous, the offensive rebounds, the assists, those also help you earn valuable points.
Well, they add up. And when I look at a lot of these players out here, one in particular that we're watching, Crystal Bradford, she understands how important rebounds are.
Lexi Brown, tough drive, good contest there by Nurse. Yeah, Bradford absolutely packs the stat sheet. Nurse looking for a call on the bump, and said, Siegrist says, I got you.
Listen, Maddie, I see you. Maddie let that go, and she just ran back like, oh, I know this is good. She is feeling, somebody better guard her. Y'all better find Maddie Siegrist.
Along with Sims, just the only 2 players over the 3K total points mark here in this season. Brown splits the defense, easy money.
You know what I love about Lexi Brown? A lot of people look at Lexi and they're like, oh, she's a great shooter, which absolutely she is. But Lexi has spent a lot of time working on her game here at AU, being able to do other things. And you saw in the last play, just put the ball on the deck, getting to the hole.
Kia Nurse, little stop and go. And Team Siegrist, they've hit 5 of their first 7 field goal tries here. Peely just bullies her way to the basket, sheds Siegrist and hits.
Well, it was a nice little shot. I mean, nice pass fake that she had. And instead of letting it go, she just kept it and got all the way.
Siegrist on a heater right now. That's her 3rd triple. She is currently outscoring Team Harrison 11-9.
Okay, Maddie. There is a reason why Maddie Siegrist has that C on her chest. Just spotting up, knocking it down from deep. Kia Nurse spotting her teammate. And then she says, I'll just keep it. I'll bring it myself, just knocking it down. Maddie is on fire.
Look at those numbers over the last two and off to a perfect start here tonight. Bradford, she'll look to run.
Oh, you got to find the hot hand. Absolutely.
See if they do a true heat check here. Bradford down low. Great look. What a dime from CB to Siegrist.
Greg, you got to let me be a fan for a minute. Just let me be a fan. Because what a pass, what a catch from Maddie to finish down low. Oh, that was pretty basketball.
17-9. What a start for Team Siegrist. Brown looking to answer. Clangs off the rim. Bradford ready to run. Tough shot. You put on the brakes. And now Hartley and Team Harrison look to answer. Deflect it out, and we'll get a timeout.
Listen, Maddie Siegrist, she came to play. Crystal Bradford, I see you. Maddie with the hands and the finish. She's good.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is fueled by Gatorade. Maddie Siegrist, 3 threes, already tying her season high, and we are just getting started here in the first. What a beginning. Here's a look at Team Siegrist, Team Harrison, 17-9, and early on, Cheryl, the captain, carrying the load here on offense.
Well, I mean, Maddie came out on a mission, and you knew exactly what she was going to do when she touched the basketball, scoring from everywhere. But what's most impressive is that she has not missed. I'm loving the highlight when she made that three, and she put up the little 3 fingers with a smile. You knew it was going to be a great night for Maddie.
There's what she has done. Perfection from the field. Has picked up MVP honors in all 6 games so far this season, and well on her way here in the 7th game of the year.
She likes being in that captain's seat. She likes being able to put her own squad together, and she is just getting it done.
Harrison comes up short, ends up getting her own rebound. And now Sequoia Holmes left alone. Good look, just could not convert.
So if you're Team Harrison right now, though, you've got to find someone that can try and slow Maddie down.
Siegrist steps through, floater off the glass. That's her first miss. Bradford, the follow, that doesn't go. They keep chipping away, and Siegrist is fouled. Let's check in with Ari Chambers.
Yeah, I was listening in on Team Siegrist huddle. They were really impressed with the fact that they came out the gate pushing pace. They were under control. They wanted to emphasize they get nothing. They being Team Harrison. We cannot let up is what they said. And then they want to continue playing with poise, and cleaning up the ball screens is really where they want to focus.
Well, Greg, you know I absolutely love transition. So if you can push the ball in transition and never have to run a half-court set, I am all here for it. But what I really loved in what Ari said is that Team Siegrist didn't really make it about themselves, but it's more about here's what we're not going to allow Team Harrison to do.
Meanwhile, Maddie Siegrist good on both from the free throw line. 10-point lead. They're on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes or so. Harrison will try from 3. And now Mackenzie Forbes has come on. Tries to go ahead to Siegrist. That's taken away by Brown. Brown against CB. Steps through a little Euro scoop. And Forbes able to come down with the board.
That was a great take by Lexi. Really good take.
Coming up on 3 minutes to play in our opening quarter. Backdoor cut here, Shea Petty, that's easy.
Well, and I know we're talking about Maddie, rightfully so, and even though Maddie wasn't the one that scored that basket, on the weak side, just great movement with Maddie and Shea Petty, and Forbes able to find Petty for a nice layup. just moving without the basketball.
Brown tries to split the D. It's taken away, and then a tie-up. Team Harrison has gone cold, by the way. They started 4 for 6. They've missed their last 6 in a row, and we'll have a jump ball here. Rebecca Harris will come on in favor of Crystal Bradford. Then we'll see Sequoia Holmes return for Bria Hartley. For Team Harrison, no Kristen Williams tonight, so down a key piece on their roster. She's not available.
Yeah, especially from the offensive end, because Kristen Williams is very capable of putting up some big numbers for Team Harrison.
Had that 23-point game right out of the gate to open up season 4. Charisma Osborne is on now. Here's Desiree Young. Osborne put on the brakes, a little stumble. Young, the board, goes right back, but cannot finish. Here's Harris, aggressive, the pull-up. And then a loose ball foul. Siegrist thought she had that one recovered and was going up for a layup.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That might be a challenge for me if I were playing. It was just a loose ball. Maddie just outworking everybody on both ends of the floor.
I think Siegrist was thinking about trying to challenge that call. Instead, we play on. 21-9 coming up on 2 minutes. Don't forget the quarter win bonus hanging in the balance here. 60 points for everyone on the winning side, and Team Siegrist in a good spot, but Peely comes back with a key 3 here late in the first.
A much-needed bucket for Team Harrison.
Good start for Alyssa Peely. She's got 7. Here's Petty now out of Temple. Working to Harris. Harris navigating. Able to get her own board. Siegrist down low, count and 1.
Oh my goodness, how do you stop her? You don't. Maddie Siegrist just moving without the ball. She's everywhere. Just getting her hand on it. Shea Petty doing a nice job of finding a big girl down low. And 1. But that's what makes her so good, is that even if she's not initially involved with the action, with the ball, she's always moving without the basketball. And for a defender, it's hard to guard someone who's always moving.
Just relentless. You hear that cliche, the old nonstop motor, and that's Maddie Siegrist here, just all over the court, does not quit working. Petty on the follow, ends up being a 4-point play. 25-12, under 90 seconds to go here in the first.
Yeah, Team Siegrist right now, they're just outplaying Team Harrison.
Young, good position, great kick. That works. Holmes
Nice
on the kick out.
Nice in and out. Love that action, love that ball movement, player movement.
Counted and 1 again. This time it's Mackenzie Forbes on the drive.
When it's going right, it's just going right. But for Team Harrison, Peely going inside to her big girl, back out, and Sequoia Holmes just knocking it down. And Forbes just putting the ball down, attacking the basket, in 1.
Converts a 3-point play, and Mackenzie Forbes had that great run at USC to finish out her college career. Really turned it up in the postseason Pac-12 conference tourney. These are the sorts of plays she can deliver on a regular basis. Under a minute to go now. First quarter. Shot clock to 6. Hartley, the crossover. A tie-up. And that's good help defense. They're coming over. Jamaris Davis. Just 2 on the shot clock here. On the inbound. Peely got to go. She does.
I would like to say from week to week, Alyssa Peely has just gotten better, but not just better in her play. You can see her confidence. You can see she feels like, or she knows that this is what I do.
And she gave a look of what can I do as Siegrist just drove, had her arm up, was right there, and in a little bit of disbelief as Maddie Siegrist continues her one-woman show here in Nashville. 30-17, they've got the quarter secured. Siegrist, the give to Forbes at the buzzer. They say wave it off wouldn't have counted, but the damage done. Team Siegrist, powered by their captain, 19 points. She outscores the opposition herself in the opening quarter. 19 from Maddie Siegrist. They get the 60 points after the first. We'll step aside. More AU Hoops when we return. First quarter in the books. Team Siegrist leading Team Harrison 30-17. Great start for the captain, Maddie Siegrist. Now let's go into the game with the U.S. Air Force. We'll hear from Rebecca Harris and Bria Hartley.
Oh, I'm trying to go 3-0. Let's go. It starts today. It starts today. Yes, ma'am, Captain Coach. That's Captain Coach. Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Orange. We got on the lucky jerseys. Let's get it. I need all the quarters, all the games.
Good shot. Way to shoot, y'all. Here we go, Jude. Got you. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, boy. Lock it. Yep.
Talking a lot. Make our point on defense. That's
Yep.
first and foremost. Here we go. Blue squad on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Blue squad.
Well, I'm laughing at Rebecca Harris because she said, let's go, Orange. We have on the lucky jerseys. I need every quarter. And so far, so good.
She's become assertive over the last week or so. Double figures in her last 3 games. So look at some of our game trends here. Maddie Siegrist ties the AU record for points in a quarter, 19 in 1 quarter.
And so I'm even more mad now that she missed that free throw.
She's taking a breather right now. I know that free throw, we would have had history here.
Somebody should have told her, Maddie, don't miss a free throw.
Yeah. So you know, there's a lot of riding on this, Maddie, if you make this free throw. As we are underway here in the second, Harrison left alone. Team Harrison now 2 for 6 from beyond the arc as Petty controls here for Team Siegrist. Forbes steps into it. That works. Mackenzie Forbes. Let's go to our chair chat, and we'll bring in the captain of Team Siegrist, Maddie Siegrist. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
What a start for you. Feeling good?
Oh, yeah. We knew these guys were tough, so we wanted to come out and punch first. I think we did that. We got to just keep it going now.
Hey, Maddie, listen, I don't want to talk about anybody but you. Okay? First of all, don't burn the seat up because you're so hot. What was your mentality, your mindset? I hear what you just said, but coming into this game, week 3, game 1, you're the captain, you're on fire. What was your mindset?
Just come out hot. I mean, this is exactly what we wanted to do. I think, you know, we got a great group, and I'm really excited to play with everybody. You know, like CB, Kia, we got a lot of top players here, so to be able to play with them is great. And you know, they've been just, you know, feeding the hot hand. They were like, just keep going, keep shooting. So it's great when you play with people like that.
Maddie, we want to hear more from you. Unfortunately, we got to take a commercial break. We'll try and catch you a little bit later on.
Sounds good.
Thanks for stopping by. 35-17, Team Siegrist in front. We will return shortly. Team Siegrist on a 23-8 run. They lead 35-17. The next legendary big league is here. The AUSL features the best pro softball players in the world playing in a traditional team-based format. The league launches this summer, playing their exciting brand of softball across the nation. Which team will come out on top in the inaugural season? Learn more about the Bandits, Talons, Blaze, and Volts today at theausl.com. A lot of excitement building for the AUSL. Stellar players signed on as we get ready to resume play here 8:24 to go. Just getting started, second quarter. It's been all Team Segrist. Peely thought about that three, instead finds Harrison and can't hit the chippy inside.
Yeah, and listen, Peely right now, the way she's stroking the basketball, they're going to leave you wide open. You got to step up and knock it down.
Forbes. She's looked for her shot, couldn't hang on there, and then CB a giveaway. Hartley, the handles. Good recovery for the moment by Team Segrist, but Holmes makes him pay. Trailer.
That's nice. And for Team Harrison right now, it's one possession at a time. We have a lot of basketball left. And what they're trying to do, they already lost the first quarter, but they're definitely trying to come out and win this second quarter.
Sequoia Holmes, a couple of deep balls. Hartley adding. Team Harrison locating their stroke here in the second.
And that is a great way to get back in this game.
Forbes on the cut, and the floater's there. We look at Mackenzie Forbes from week 1 out of week 3, certainly being more aggressive, looking for her shot.
She looks like a completely different player from week 1 to week 3.
Harrison fouled on the way up by Davis. For Forbes, 8 points. That's a career high here in AU.
And a good way for Team Harrison to get back in this game. Plays like this. Bria Hartley just pushing in transition. Nobody stops the ball. Nobody picks her up. She just steps back and knocks down a three. And that is what Bria Hartley is really good at, is pushing the ball in transition.
Here's Harrison, the captain. Back rim on that first one. From right here in Nashville, of course, played at Tennessee. Such a cool experience for her to be back in her hometown and where she played college basketball as Maddie Segrist returns. Hits on the second. Izzy Harrison, big jump up the leaderboard, 12 spots last week to get into that captain's rotation. Petty, nobody home, flip it up and just rims out. Turn the corner, and had a wide open lane there. Peely coming over to give the foul.
Well, Shea Petty just doing a really nice job of keeping her dribble alive, not picking the ball up until you're ready to do something with it.
Oh no.
Here. Oh no, as soon as that one was released.
That is like the worst feeling as a player, right? You step up there, it feels good, and then as soon as you let it go, it's like, oh no, and I can't get it back. That was funny.
Second one, she cleans it up.
Yeah, nothing but net. That's what you like to hear.
Petty, a 5-year vet of the W. Had a good run with Phoenix back in 2022.
Nice.
Peely now. Bradford using her length to take that one away. Bradford spinning on Harrison. Segrist diving to the bucket. She is so good moving to the hoop, as we've said time and again.
Listen, Maddie has so many weapons in her arsenal. She can just score from everywhere. If you don't come out on her, she is absolutely going to step back and knock it down. You come out on her, she can put it on the floor and get all the way to the hole. I know the Dallas Wings are real happy right now.
They're looking for a lot more of this come the start of the W season as Harrison turns and faces one of her go-to moves.
I love watching all of it, but I really love the confidence, and you can see the confidence all over her face. As soon as she touches the ball, it's like, I'm going to make something happen for myself or for my teammates.
Betty tried to turn the corner there, was bumped out by Harrison. She'll take a break now as Jalen Sherrod returns. Right there, Hartley aggressive, trying to take that ball away, gives the foul. Coming up on 5.5 to play, first half. Team Segrist holds the slight edge here in the second quarter, 10-9. 60 more points available for one of these teams. Taylor steps into a long jumper. And now Lexi Brown can set the table. Oh, crossover. Tried to shake Sherrod. She did.
Come on, Lexi Brown. I love how aggressive Lexi's been. She has just decided she's going to take over this game for Team Harrison.
Bradford, she takes a strong drive and draws a foul. And will take a moment to gather herself. And now we'll head back to the chair chat. Welcome in Lindsay Whalen. Lindsay, thanks for joining us.
How you doing?
Doing all right, doing all right. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Joining us for AU Hoops. We've been really enjoying the play of Maddie Siegrist, so I got to ask what you've enjoyed about the way she's played here in the first half.
Well, she's been aggressive, and she had 4 threes in the first, I think, so.
I stopped counting after a minute, Wade.
Yeah.
She was so hot.
Yeah, she's just aggressive, and yeah, got her team going, and I like the run that Team Harrison has made here, but yeah, obviously, yeah, Maddie off to a great start.
Well, let's talk about a player that you came to see, Elisa Peely. So we were just talking earlier, and I said from week 1 to week 2 to week 3, obviously, she's just gotten so much better. Her confidence is better. What is it about Peely that just makes her such a great competitive player?
Well, I think just, you know, her skill set is really unique and really, you know, kind of fun to see where she can continue to grow. And, you know, obviously she's got, you know, great touch, and you know, she hit that 3 earlier. Great drive there where she kind of, you know, bumped off the defender and was able to get a layup. So I just think her passing and, you know, now, you know, a year under her belt in the WNBA, and now, like you said, you know, getting to the point here where it's, you know, getting close to a year of AAU, and just, you know, working. Obviously, she's worked a lot with Rebecca Brunson back in Market and in Minneapolis, and so yeah, it's just fun to be here, see her in person, and it's fun when players, you know, put in that work, and then it pays off on the court.
So, Lindsay, let me ask you this question in responding to what you just said. Why do you think it was important for Peely to play in AU?
You know, I think that anytime, you know, we were talking about this actually just now, me and Becky Brunson, just like, there's nothing that can replace reps.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that can replace game reps, you know, practices. There's just nothing, you know, you can as much as you know, you try to simulate it.
Yeah.
It, you know, to be able to come out here and compete when the lights are on, and you know, you go through different things throughout games and throughout, you know, seasons and weeks. It's just that alone is, you know, helps so many players, and especially helps younger players. And I do have to say, though, we apologize for bringing the snow and the cold
It is all
to
your
Nashville.
fault.
Well, I was checking all night our flights, because we got in this afternoon, and you know, we started getting alerts and things, and it was funny because I think it ended up being like 2 to 3 inches, and most of the city shut down, whereas in Minneapolis that was just kind of another day. So, but it's kind of funny to.
So now we know who to blame.
Exactly, us. But yeah, no, it's you know, and it's just fun to see, you know, watching here like Bria Hartley, you know, watched her obviously in college, and Lexi Brown, and at the other end, obviously you mentioned Maddie and Kia Nurse, just so many faces. I played with Ate over there on Team Siegrist we played with her for a year. With the Lynx, so it's just, you know, Shell P was my guards coach for 9 years with the Lynx, so it's just, you know, fun to be around and see so many players that I'm familiar with, and just be in the gym. There's nothing that can replace that.
We've got a challenge underway right now by Team Siegrist on that last play. Ruling has come in. The foul will stand, as we're talking here with Lindsay Whalen, now coach as well, after obviously a storied career. We've talked with a lot of coaches, Lindsay, about players trying to make their way to the W or make their way back. I know Kiara Leslie recently signed on board for a training camp contract.
Yeah.
what are coaches looking for? And we've asked this of a few coaches, but when you're thinking about players that could try and make a run at a roster, what are coaches looking for when they evaluate AU?
You get just that competitiveness, and you have to be fearless, and you always have to bring a talent, like something or a few things to the table that separates yourself to help a team in the WNBA. But you have to compete, and you have to be fearless. You have to be really confident in what you do, and you have to understand that mistakes happen, and you got to just keep playing. I think that's one of the those are some of the biggest things. Is just that's what coaches want, is just people who want to come in, compete. Another thing too is just like who's like consistent, like who brings what they bring. Big shot there. Every single day, no matter what, when it's snowy and cold like today, or when it's 75 and sunny, bring who you are in the gym every single day. Coaches, you want to know what you're getting from your team, and the more people on your team that embody that consistency, obviously the more you know what you're going to get every single day, and it makes coaches' lives easier.
Lindsay Whalen, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Wade.
Yep, thanks.
And on cue, Alyssa Peely, the Lynx, drilling that triple.
Well, you knew she was going to comment.
Yep, of course, have to.
She's still talking to us, but it was a nice shot right there.
Exactly. Here's Siegrist, the step back. Bradford. Siegrist fighting for that basketball.
Oh, good hustle.
And they'll call a foul. Just see the score this quarter. Team Harrison up 4. Despite trailing in the overall score.
Checking in number 34, Shane Petty. And number 2, Izzy Harrison.
Petty returns for Siegrist Harrison for her squad. So Maddie Siegrist, 19 points in the first, just 2 here in this quarter. Shot clock to 4. Petty, good look backdoor. Siegrist follows and is fouled. So she will head back to the free throw line.
She's always moving without the ball. Even when the shot goes up, you have to find her, put a body on her, and keep Maddie Siegrist off the boards. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to make a concerted effort to know where she is.
Closing in on a double-double already, 21 points, 7 rebounds. If you're wondering, record for points in a half, 27. That was set just last week. Season 4 is here, and the AU Pro Shop has you covered with the latest basketball gear. It's the destination for player merchandise and exclusive styles you won't find anywhere else. Check out our online store at shop.auprosports.com.
I was wondering, too, what the record was.
That's what I'm here for, Cheryl.
Thank you. No, you're here for a lot of reasons.
Whistle there is Peely on her way through. Team Harrison heating up. Team Siegrist going a little cold. And as we say that, a turnover to a turnover. Holmes, Charisma Osborne. And a loose ball foul into the basket.
Fouls on number 31, Asia Taylor.
Yeah, Team Harrison right now leading Team Siegrist by 2 in this quarter. And this quarter would be really good for Team Harrison if they can come out with a win and earn the 60 points.
Yeah, try and chip away at that overall score, right? 47-36, not insurmountable. They pick up the 60 and then take their chances in the second half. Sherrod thought she had the breakaway. Osborne, Harrison. Confusion, but we'll stay down here. Let's pass it over to Ari.
If you see Team Harrison more active than before, yes, you did. They get in the huddle and said it's more about effort than anything, and you see the effort here. Izzy said at the quarter break, hey, we have to get the next quarter, and they're up 19-17 on this quarter. You see them more active, more in control of things. They said they have to box out better, so just be looking for that. They'd rather get the foul on the box out than on the shot.
And
Loose ball here.
Sorry, Greg, but that is how you get back in this game. You have to get stops. You have to box out. But what I really love is her saying it was just the effort. The way they started out the game is exactly what you wanted to do. And then Maddie Siegrist did Maddie Siegrist things and just took Team Harrison out of the game.
More Maddie Siegrist things here. The takeaway, Sherrod Taylor, teamwork.
It's a nice fast break.
And Siegrist now slides in front 21-19 here in the quarter, up 51-36. Brown steps through and is bumped. Lexi Brown here a little slow to get up.
Fouls on number 31, Asia Taylor.
Foul will go against Taylor.
That is her third.
Hopefully nothing too serious here for Lexi Brown. (51-36) Team Siegrist, as the training staff will come out to talk with Brown. .104 to go. So coming up on halftime here. And we are going to take a quick timeout and return shortly. And good news, Lexi Brown back up on her feet, ready to take some free throws.
And that's good to see. Like she just took a hard fall, but to bounce back and see her back at the free throw line is good.
And hits on the first. She'll take a minute to gather herself, I'm sure, before getting back up.
She's probably like, I am shooting 95% from the free throw line. Oh,
You did
I'm
it,
so
Cheryl.
sorry. I'm so
Cheryl,
sorry.
you ruined it. You ruined it. Just so everyone knows, Cheryl said that. That was not Greg. That was Cheryl.
But Greg was thinking it. Oh, I hate that.
Under a minute to play. Siegrist.
No.
That's a force for some, but for Maddie Siegrist, that's just part of the arsenal.
Listen, when you got it going, you just got it going. My mom would say, Maddie Siegrist is living right for that to go in. Wow.
25 points, so she's in range of the record for a half. Holmes tries to find Peely. Instead, Radford takes it away.
Get you a three, Maddie.
Sherrod, she'll take the three. Brown comes up with the loose ball. Shot clock is off. Team Harrison, they're down three. They're looking for a three. They want to try and tie this quarter score up. Here's Hartley. Hartley navigating, fires, and hits with 2.6. 1 second left. Petty at the horn. And we'll end the first half with the second quarter score tied at 23. The points will roll over to the third. So good hustle there by Team Harrison. Bria Hartley, with time winding down, make sure that her team still has a chance for those points in the third quarter. Now the third worth 120 points. We've come to the break here in Nashville. Both teams starting to heat up from the outside.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball, where Captain Maddie Siegrist and her team have a dominant lead over Team Harrison. The score is 53-40. And wow, that image looks great to y'all. There is snow everywhere. It's freezing outside, but thank God the players brought some heat into the arena. You know what time it is, the best time of the week, Ari's A+ attire. Check it out. Can you break down the outfit for me?
So I have on my own brand called World of Sam. Our slogan is "We come in peace."
Dory, you look adorable. Let's talk about this fit.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. The fit is centered around this hat, which is one of my friend's brand called No Days Off, because we don't get a day off here. And with this type of competition, you can't take one off.
It's cold outside today. I need to know your best cold weather accessory.
Definitely a beanie. Favorite cold weather accessory.
I love a little matching two-piece. Can you give us the details on this?
Definitely. So my fiance has his own league, and his brand is Be Legendary, and it just speaks to how we play, how we compete, and how we go about life. Just be legendary, leave a mark.
It's cold outside. You have a nice little jacket on, but I have to know, what's your favorite cold weather accessory?
Cold weather accessory has to be a hoodie. A good hoodie. Or maybe a crew neck. A sweater.
Ooh, okay. Hoodie or crew neck?
Hoodie.
You don't have to pull your clothes in the coldness. What's your favorite cold weather accessory?
Ever since I was in New York, Tim's, it grew on me. I didn't really understand it, but Tim's and a puffer.
My favorite cold weather accessory, probably one of my favorite hoodies, to be honest. This is one of them actually, but any good like oversized hoodie that I can snuggle up in is a great accessory.
Woo! These players brought the heat with their fits, but you know who's the hottest one? Maddie Siegrist with 25 first half points. More to come on the other side of the break. Welcome back to Nashville, where the weather is cold, but Maddie Siegrist and her team are hot. They lead Team Harrison at the break, 53-40. But you know who's been hot over the longest time is Odyssey Sims. We get to look forward to seeing her tonight. But first, we have to find out from her what it means to be a captain.
Captain number 99, Odyssey Sims.
Wearing the C on my jersey, being a captain, means like everybody knows I'm running the show. To me, it's like, it's my team. This is like, you walk in, you're like, oh, that's Odyssey Sims. That's her team. That's Team Sims this week. You know, it kind of gives like a little, like, I got a little swag. Like, I'm like, C on my jersey, kind of like, it's me. It's me. I earned this. I earned my stripes. I'm going to have fun this week. Kind of gives it a different feel, but I like it. Year one was stressful. It was the first year. Year two, getting the hang of it, the strategy a little bit more. Year three, I was like, okay, you know what? I got this. I know what to do. I know how to run my practices. I know kind of how I want everything ran. So now it's easy. I will say, going into it, if you haven't been a captain, it can be stressful because it is a lot. But once you get the hang of it, then, I mean, it's smooth sailing.
Well, Odyssey got the hang of it. This is her 12th career stint as a captain. She's the first player in league history to serve as captain at least once in every season. Talk about an OG. Talk about OG leader. But she doesn't stop. She almost averaged a triple-double last week, and I don't see that stopping for her at all. This season, she's 25 points, 50% from the field, and 6 rebounds per game, just carrying the team on her back. She loves to assume this leadership position, and we can see that tonight. But until then, we have more from the greatnesses on the court. Alyssa Pilley, 12 points, first half, more to come.
Welcome to the city where the dogs come to eat, where the winners come to play, and where the music in the streets, where the women really hooping. Please don't act like you ain't seen them. Price went up on all them jerseys. 40 players all competing, yeah. What we finna do? What we finna do? Let's really get into it. That's what we finna do.
Halftime here in Nashville. Team Siegrist leading Team Harrison 53-40. Third quarter on the way. Now let's go into the game with Rebecca Harris.
Look at Izzy! Box! glad she on point because that was a little slow start from everybody else. Her back. Okay, sprint! Sprint! Watch out!
Get back, get back, get back! Help her, help her, help her, help her, help her! Come on, Maddie!
Harris, one of the AU OGs, year 4 on the player executive committee and bringing a lot of energy here in addition to upping her scoring as of late over the last couple of weeks. And now we bring you back courtside. Cheryl Swoops, Greg Meskel here with you. Well, that first half, you got to talk about Maddie Siegrist to start. What a stellar run, especially the first quarter.
Is there anything Maddie Siegrist can't do?
No.
But to your point, Rebecca Harris, a great leader. She's always been a great leader. But it was a total team effort from Team Siegrist in the first half. Every single person that came in the game contributed. They shot 50% from 3 in the first half. Everybody got involved, not just on the offensive end, but defensively. Asia Taylor pushing the ball in transition. And of course, Maddie's going to be involved in everything. Forbes attacking. What I love about this team is that every single player touched the ball, they moved the ball, they shared the ball, they played as a team. That's why they have a 13-point lead at halftime.
Teamwork, the name of the game for Team Siegrist. And for Team Harrison, they were cold early. Alyssa Peely kept them afloat.
Yeah, Alyssa Peely was a very bright spot for Team Harrison. She got it done from everywhere, attacking the basket, stepping out, knocking down threes, but also moving with the basketball, diving to the basket and finish 5 for 5 in the first half with 12 points. They're going to need a lot more of Peely this second half if they want to try to come up with a win.
Look at our first half numbers. Both teams shooting the basketball fairly well. Team Siegrist, the hustle there in the offensive glass, that's made a difference and it's led to more opportunities.
Offensive glass, second chance points, and that is where Team Siegrist really capitalized in the first half.
Now, one thing to note, Kia Nurse has come back out on the bench, but not in her uniform. She only played a few minutes in the first half, left the game, did not return. Just 2 points in 6 minutes, and now on the bench here. So doesn't it look as if she will return here, and that's a critical loss right there for Team Siegrist.
Well, and it's not just Kia Nurse's ability to score the basketball and things that she does physically, but it's also her leadership. She's a vet in this game, and her voice and her presence on the floor it gives the team a sense of calmness. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Team Siegrist can play without Kia Nurse on the floor.
Here's Siegrist. Into Bradford now, step back. That's tough.
Okay. My bad, Crystal Bradford, I see you. She's like, oh, but don't forget about me. I'm still here.
Bradford showing off the scoring, but she's been a rebounding machine. So just a double-double threat every time she takes the court, coming into this weekend with 3 straight double-doubles. And there's Kia Nurse, not available the rest of the way. No more information than that to pass along. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see her back in the mix tomorrow night when AU coverage continues here in Nashville. Hartley, Bradford read it. CB has threatened a dunk, but the defense a little too close this time around, and instead we'll stay down here.
That's great D by Sequoia Holmes.
Except for those of us that wanted a Bradford dunk. Hang back, Sequoia. Give us a highlight. Just kidding.
I think the pinky toe is still bothering her a little bit.
Here's Harrison. And that's a kick there. What a fun matchup that is. Izzy Harrison, Siegrist battling down low. We've seen it on both ends of the court.
Well, one thing we know Izzy's going to do, things didn't go the way she wanted the first half. She's going to come back out. She's going to compete. She's going to get her team competing. And Maddie showed us the first half what Maddie Siegrist is going to bring as well.
Here's a look at our live leaderboard updating as we go. Win points plus stat points. Bradford, the shovel to Siegrist. Little no look.
I think she fooled everybody in the gym with that pass. but right decision, I would say. If I have Maddie Siegrist running on a wing for me in transition, I'm going to find her every time.
Izzy Harrison, that's a smooth move. Steps through the defense and finishes high off the window. Siegrist and Bradford trying to work together. Now Sherrod, shot clock to 10. Siegrist posting, baseline fade, it's all working.
Listen, Maddie, not the nice little shimmy shake, turn around, fade away jumper.
I feel like she took Odyssey Sims' 41-point game personally.
It looks like it.
Hartley splitting the defenders. Just couldn't convert there, but a beautiful move. And then an offensive foul. That was against Davis. Said she elbowed Hartley, trying to clear the rebound there.
Maddie Siegrist just always moving without the ball. Nice little shimmy fade, like she's going back to the middle. That was a tough shot, too. My goodness.
Here's a look at the Maddie Siegrist chart. See the stats and the wins. Her team has been successful week over week, and then those MVP points, those will get calculated after the game. Harrison right back to work. She wanted a whistle as well.
Oh, and I'm just going to say go ahead and add 90 more points to Maddie's total, because she already has my MVP one vote. If I had a vote, I don't have a vote.
I'll be very surprised if she doesn't get an MVP honor in this game. Also, don't forget, because of the tie score in the second, 120 points up for grabs here in the third. Bradford follows her own shot. She's patting her stats. That's a rebound and a made basket.
How much fun is it to watch Crystal Bradford? She is always bringing the energy, the excitement, the fun. Even when it's a bad play, she's bringing the fun and excitement.
She has so much energy, so much excitement, and that is definitely contagious as Lexi Brown tries to finish with the left. Knocked out by Sherrod. So Team Siegrist, they won the first. They got plus 60. A tie in the second, so 120 to whoever wins this quarter. Brown with the shot clock winding down, and Taylor's there for the rebound. You also get 180 if you win the overall game, so a ton of points available. Petty turns the corner.
Okay,
Shea Petty showing us what she can do.
But there are so many players that we mentioned already that just the difference we can see in their play from week 1 to week 3, and Shea Petty is another one of those examples.
Meanwhile, Izzy Harrison is starting to break out all the moves here as she is just finding a way to slither through the defense and convert. It makes it look so effortless. But back to Petty, the former A-10 Player of the Year in her time at Temple.
Yeah.
Has some tricks in her bag.
Yeah, I mean, Shea Petty can score the basketball. Just push it in transition. If you don't find her and slow her down and stop the ball, she did exactly what she's supposed to do. Continue to attack the basket with a nice little reverse. That was pretty.
Under 6 to play, third quarter. Bradford, a little inside-out dribble, crossed herself over. And now Harrison running the floor and takes the contact.
Yeah, I love how Izzy used her body. There was nothing Crystal Bradford could do on that. They were going to call the foul, period. But I love Izzy getting out, running in transition.
Harrison back to the line now. She's got 11 points to go along 4 boards. Look at her stat line here and where she's at overall in the season. In that 5th position right now. Now don't forget, for next week, final week, it'll be a cumulative point total to decide our final 4 captains. These last 2 weeks, it's been what happened in the week prior. Siegrist almost had that taken from behind by Hartley. Instead, it's Petty with 8 on the clock. Looping pass there. Off target And now here comes Team Harrison. It's Izzy Harrison, the baseline jumper, just rattles out. And we'll go the other way. 10-10 even here in the third as Rebecca Harris readies to return. Team Siegrist, they're up 13. They've led by as many as 18 to control this one in the first quarter. Foul line jump is pure for Asia Taylor.
It's a nice little sweet jumper for Asia Taylor, and then just right in the paint, right in her sweet spot.
First year here with AU, former Louisville Cardinal. Hartley. Good back tap. Holmes. Oh, yeah. That's the third three-pointer for Sequoia Holmes. That's all of her points. She's got 9. Taylor, let's fly. Wanted to answer, couldn't do it, and now Lexi Brown. Right back, Holmes. Bradford and Young in a tussle. And we will take a timeout. 4:05 to go in the third. Team Siegrist still in the lead. Welcome back. Team Siegrist up 65-53. Team Harrison leading by 1. And clarification from earlier, Kia Nurse is available to return. So apologies for the error earlier. We'll keep an eye on the Team Siegrist bench and see if she returns. Nurse so far tonight, 6 minutes played and 2 points. And she's played well in AU. Had 25 points in the first 20 minutes of a game back in week 2. So like Siegrist, someone that can get going in a hurry.
Yeah, again, is it the uniform? Is it the orange uniform? Because Kia Nurse, week 1, game 1, she came out on fire just like Maddie Siegrist did tonight.
Across the way, the captain, Izzy Harrison, now 13 points, 4 rebounds, and she's gotten on track here in this second half. And the captain taking it upon herself. You see what her breakdown is here, 8 points here, and we're just in the third quarter looking to get herself on track offensively.
Yeah, I think the first half, she was just trying to get everybody else involved. But coming out in the third quarter, Izzy just really being more active, attacking the basket, splitting 2 on the offensive end. Nice post up. That is what Izzy does best. She's going to post up. She's going to create space for herself. Here, putting the ball on the deck, getting all the way to the basket, finishing. Izzy needs to continue to be aggressive to give her team a chance to win this game.
It was Peely early. She's got 12. Harrison as of late. Again, 120 points up for grabs for whoever can win this quarter. Harris, that's a deep 3, and she drills it.
Okay, Rebecca Harris. And Greg, you said this earlier. Rebecca Harris, she's just been what she is, and that is a great leader from the very beginning of AU to where we are now, a member of the PEC, but she always stays ready. So when her number is called, she's able to step in and do exactly what she just did. A great leader and a great teammate.
A little bit of a late call there as Harrison spins inside, and here's Rebecca Harris.
Well, I think Sequoia Holmes was like, that might be a little bit out of your range. And Rebecca Harris says, oh no, this is what I do, boo.
12 points, 6 boards in her last game. She jumped 20 spots up the leaderboard as Harrison now goes to the line.
Yeah, Rebecca Harris has been playing really well in the last couple of games.
Bradford returns. This is a big week to make some moves up the leaderboard. Just 1 week remaining after this to crown our champion. Again, once you start to get into that top 10, especially in that top 5, it's hard to move people out of there, especially when they have successful winning teams. Sherrod splitting the defense.
I love how she just change of pace, able to get by the defense and finish. Greg, to your point about the leaderboard, Of course, players are trying to separate themselves, and there's a lot of different ways to do that. But to me, the biggest way will be the quarter wins and the game. That's 180 points.
Jalen Sherrod down now, and they're going to stop the game. Holding her left knee. With 2:53 to play here in the third. (70-55), Team Siegrist leads. And they also lead here in the quarter, 17-15. Training staff out to talk to Sherrod. Her first season here with AU was part of the New York Liberty that won the most recent WNBA championship. And we're going to step aside here. We'll return to Nashville after this timeout. Welcome back here to Nashville. Training staff helping Jalen Sherrod off the court. So again, don't want to speculate. Hopefully nothing too serious here as the staff will visit with her. Second look here, looking to chase after the screen, just slipped down and holding that left knee. So 70-55. And Team Siegrist now presumably without Jalen Sherrod for at least a few moments. We'll see if she returns. Fans, be sure to follow @AU Pro Basketball on Instagram to see exclusive content featuring your favorite AU players. This includes highlights, mic'd up segments, behind-the-scenes action, and much more. So we're here starting week 3 of AU Pro Hoops in Nashville. Cheryl Swoops, Greg Meskel here with you. Ari Chambers on the sidelines. Let's take a live look at our top 10, updating as we go. Siegrist has pulled ahead here of Odyssey Sims. Of course, Odyssey Sims coming up next. Crystal Bradford. Harris right there in the top 4. Again, that'll change a lot after this quarter. 120 points going to somebody on either the Harrison squad or the Siegrist squad. All the members of the team will get those points. We had those stat points. We see MVP points factor in, and then, of course, our fourth quarter points and our overall game points. So a lot of movement to happen here, but it's fun to see, Cheryl, as it goes in real time here. Every little move, the assist, the steal, the turnover, and the leaderboard adjusts.
Every single thing. And as a player, I know you don't pay attention to the leaderboard like that, but as a player, the tighter it gets, you really want to be smart with the decisions you make with the basketball.
Harris has another and holds up the 3 fingers. Rebecca Harris.
I see you. I see you, Becca. She said, well, Swoops, that was a smart decision.
5-point lead here in the third. Peely responds with a 3 of her own. Alyssa Peely.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I see you, Alyssa Peely.
That's got to feel good for Peely. We know she struggled from deep in week 1, but locked in. And the deep shots are falling right now, Cheryl.
Well, and Rebecca Harris, again, she stays ready so she doesn't have to get ready. Just deep from 3 is good. And Alyssa Peely just spotting up on the baseline, showing that she's got range too.
Siegrist gets the friendly bounce, and she's got 31.
I know, we know, Maddie. And all Izzy could do on that, because it was good defense. All Izzy did was just throw her head back and laugh.
Under 2 to play, third quarter. Hartley somehow gets through. She wanted the N1, but draws the foul.
That's a great attack by Bria Hartley.
Second foul there on Bradford. Hartley now looking to get into double figures herself. She's got 9. There it is for 10. Now the third member of Team Harrison with double figures, joining Peely and Harrison, each with 15. And that quarter score gets a little tighter, 22-20. With 1:42 to play here in the third. Forbes, the drop off to Bradford Peely. They'll say clean block, all ball. Here's Harrison trailing the play, steps through, she's bumped. And a whistle there as Izzy Harrison took it hard to the bucket.
Well, this is how Team Harrison can get back in this game. Just Alyssa Peely, right place, right time, good hands, able to strip it from Crystal Bradford. This 120 points is going to be really big for somebody's squad.
Izzy Harrison back to the free throw line. She's 5 for 6. 6 for 7. And with one more here, she can tie this quarter score up. As you mentioned, those 120 points hanging in the balance. Does exactly that. Izzy Harrison, 12 points in this third quarter. 12 of her 17. Loose ball. Petty comes up with it. Forbes now. That's a little short as we near the 1 minute mark. All even at 22 here in the third. Team Segrist in the lead, 75-62. Osborne had a layup. Instead, Peely. The ball movement, they fall away from Brown, and she'll take that every time. Lexi Brown drills it. Bradford stop and go. Can't get it to work.
Good D. Good D by Lexi Brown.
3-point lead for Team Harrison. Now they want to be smart with the basketball here, try and secure these points. 7-0 run for the squad in blue. Hartley, the crossover. Drive and kick from the corner. Air ball. Shot clock is off. Here's Segrist. Stop on a dime for 3. Drills it. Oh, Maddie Segrist ties the quarter score, 25.
How did I know that was going to be good, Maddie?
Shot clock off. Hartley can't hit. 5 seconds left. Last chance to take the quarter score. Forbes light it up. Just rims out. The points will roll over again. Even at 25 after the third.
The score is 78-65. We are still tied in quarter points.
And like when nobody wins the Powerball, the amount just keeps growing as we move to the fourth quarter. 78-65. Team Segrist in the lead, trying to take the game. A lot of points available when we come back.
What we finna do? Let's really get into it.
Back to Athletes Unlimited and Maddie Segrist, 34 points because she was just getting it done from everywhere on the floor, attacking the basket. If you don't get out on her, it's good, but even if you do get out on her, it's good. She is feeling it. She is hot. Greg, they better find a way to cool her down because she is hot.
One away from her career high of 35 here in AU. She's already made her career high in threes, 4 of those. And as you see, she's made a 30-point game a regular thing here. So be ready for the fourth quarter. The points keep rolling over. So the winner of the fourth quarter gets 180 points. Then keep in mind the winner of the game gets 180 points. So this could be a 360-point quarter for one team here. So we check in on the top 10.
Unbelievable.
It's Segrist there at the top. We'll see Sims next. How about Harris making a push here into the top 4?
Rebecca Harris is making some noise as well. But can I just for a minute, we've talked about all the great things that Maddie Siegrist has done this game. 13 for 16, 4 for 4, but 0 turnovers. That's impressive.
That's one of the more impressive parts of that stat line. To be handling the basketball that much, to be that much of a focal point on offense and not give it away.
Yes.
Osborne. They wanted to travel, but Charisma Osborne happy to step through and finish. The former UCLA Bruin, her first season here with Athletes Unlimited. Opening minute, fourth quarter. Forbes splitting the defense. Harris. Pull up. Had a piece of her own rebound, couldn't keep it alive.
I thought the three was going up.
Same. Surprised it didn't. Harrison now lowers the shoulder. That'll be a blocking foul on Rebecca Harris. And let's check in with Ari.
You're going to see Team Harrison being very aggressive against Maddie Siegrist. They said their goal is to keep her under 40. She cannot be contained. She's so mobile. We've seen what she has done for her team tonight, but that's where the defensive attention is going. So you can see players like Rebecca Harris being open for those shots that she's been able to knock down. So just be on the lookout for that.
Did she say under 40?
With all due respect, I'm not sure holding her to 6 points is a very audacious goal here in the fourth quarter.
I respect it. But here's what's so difficult to do that, because Maddie is constantly moving without the basketball. And to Ari's point, the reason why the Rebecca Harrises are getting those wide open shots, because all of the attention is focused on Maddie, because she is just flat out, just single-handedly beating Team Harrison.
Well, one way to keep her under 40, she just took a seat. So she's on the bench right now as Jamaris Davis returns. Presumably a short breather here for Siegrist.
I would think so.
Harrison, a tip. It's back to Forbes. Foul line floater off the glass and good for Mackenzie Forbes.
Do you think that was intentional off the glass?
I'm sure if you're a Mackenzie Forbes fan, you're like, yes, of course.
Well, I was going to say, I wish more players would use the glass when they get that close to the basket.
It's so often viewed as a mistake if you use the glass from anywhere outside of a layup.
That's in today's basketball, but old school, no, we are using the glass. But just loose ball, Mackenzie Forbes able to come up with it. Nice shot fake from the three, get Izzy in the air, and that little runner off the glass, I like it. So I'm gonna say it was intentional. My bad, Mackenzie.
Started her career at Cal, then went to Harvard. Had to deal with that transition in the middle of COVID, and then finished up at USC. 82-69, 4-4 here in the fourth. Again, 180 points for the winner of this quarter.
Ooh.
Forbes step back, locked in, long two.
Okay. Ooh, that was nasty.
12 points for Forbes. That was Holmes, fouled on the jumper. She tried to operate there on the baseline. Be sure to check out the brand new AU Pro Athletes Marketplace. This hub is for businesses and fans to engage with AU athletes directly on a variety of individual NIL activities. Go to auprosports.com/marketplace to see how you can support your favorite athletes today. You look at Mackenzie Forbes, we talked about her being more aggressive. She's got 12 points. This is her first double-figure outing in her AU career. All single digits. Last week, 5 points, 4 points, 3 points. Clearly came into week 3 looking for her opportunities on offense.
Yeah, and Greg, I think one of the biggest things that players have to understand is from week to week, it's a draft. So you're going to be on a different team. And depending on who that captain is, you might get more opportunity to play or you might get less. And in Mackenzie Forbes' situation, she's absolutely gotten more playing time and she's made the most of it.
Shea Petty skies a triple. And an 87-71 lead for Team Seagrass. So they're in great shape here to take the game. But they want all the points. They want the quarter as well.
Nice.
Harrison stripped. Everyone showed up in orange. Taylor tries to take it herself. She has that one ripped away. And now Izzy Harrison on the move. And Bria Hartley now will set things up. Bradford and Seagrass getting ready to return for the orange team. Hartley. Now Forbes. Bria Hartley just 3 for 8 tonight. Taylor, great position. Hartley gives the foul. Didn't want to allow the easy layup there. Taylor had great interior position.
And of course, everyone in orange is saying that was a flagrant foul.
And it looks as if they will take a look at this. As Seagrass and Bradford coming back on. Peely going to return as well. We will step aside with this one under review. We'll return to Nashville shortly. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is fueled by Gatorade. Welcome back to Nashville. Athletes Unlimited Week 3 has begun, and Team Seagrass leading Team Harrison 87-71, and also with a slight edge here in the fourth. Now let's go into the game with Bria Hartley.
I got you. Run it, run it, run it. Yeah, Iz. Hey, Iz, we just gotta play. 2-minute game. I got it. Got ball, cutter, cutter, cutter. Stay there. Because it's like, they make one action and it's wide open. And if we make a shot, that'll help too. Yeah, let's go, Liz. Let's go. Come on, Blue. Yeah. Pitch.
Bria Hartley, such a leader on the floor, working her way back from injury, has dealt with a torn ACL twice over the years, is excited to get back to playing 5-on-5 basketball, said she wanted to get her body right, try and make a W team. And we just heard from Lindsay Whalen earlier, right? It's not just about what you're doing stat-wise on the floor, it's the intensity, the energy you're bringing, it's the role you can fill. Those are all part of the pieces of the puzzle for any one of these athletes that's trying to make a W squad.
Well, and I always say to players, what is it about you that's going to separate you from everyone else? Why would a coach choose you over someone else? And Lindsay Whalen talking about it, everybody's role is different. Are you willing to accept the role the coach needs from you?
Now we've got a chair chat here. Let's welcome in from Team Seagrass, Shea Petty joining us. Shea, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Doing all right. You're off to a good start here tonight, 12 points, your team in control. You all have shot the basketball very well. What's been working right from your perspective?
I think we're just sharing the ball and our spacing. We worked on that in shoot around. We knew Maddie was going to get a lot of attention, so we just, as other players, have to just be ready to shoot and knock it down.
Well, and no doubt about that. What's up, Shea? Hey, how are you?
I'm well.
Listen, your first season at AU, we're now in week 3. What have been your thoughts about the season so far?
I think personally for me, week 3, I understand how like the scoring system works. I think my strategy to first.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You just got that in week 3, Shea?
I did. Because week 1, I wanted to be more of a facilitator and bring defense, and I realized that wasn't getting me points. And then my team wasn't winning, so I definitely wasn't getting points. So now this week, I definitely want to be more aggressive, get to the basket, and still bring defense, but really try to be more aggressive on offense as well. Hit that, man! Okay, OG! Sorry.
Wait. But I just want to know what you said. I heard hit the
I think I said, good job, Beck, OG.
So I do want to say this. I think just in watching you play from week 1 to where you are today, and I get it, understanding the scoring system, because it's not your typical scoring system, right? So now that you know that, and we have two weeks left, how will you approach the rest of the games?
Just continue to stay aggressive, and hopefully my team can get win quarters and win games. Like last week, I got a donut. I didn't get any wins, so that hurt as well. So hopefully on Team Orange, I heard this is the best color to wear in AU. So hopefully we can get these points. I think it's 180 on the line right now.
Facts.
And yeah, boost me up a little bit. Boost me up a little bit. Give me out the 30s. Hit that OG. Oh, okay.
Shay, we've talked to quite a few athletes about what they hope to get out of AU. When you think about the big picture for basketball, what do you hope this season of Athletes Unlimited brings for you post-AU? A W roster, another opportunity somewhere else?
Definitely a W roster. I feel like these past 2 years I've been recovering from an injury, and this is like the most comfortable I felt in a long time. So hopefully, I know a lot of teams wanted to see me healthy. I feel like I look healthy. I feel good. My confidence is up. So hopefully by the end of this, somebody gives me a call.
Well, listen, I'm a big advocate for that. Listen, pick up the phone, call Shay Petty. Here's my last question for you. And it's more of some advice, right? Because you've been in the W, you got hurt, you were out, you're back in. What advice would you give to young kids out there who may be listening as far as being resilient? Because when I think of you in the W in your journey, that's what I think is resiliency. What advice would you give to kids?
Oh, sorry. I gotta go. Stay ready, kids. Stay ready. Stay ready.
That's some great advice.
I like that, though.
For the kids, you gotta stay ready.
Like she had to stay ready to get back in the game.
Shay Petty ready to sub in. Don't forget, 180 points to the winner of this quarter. It looks as if Team Segrist has the game secured, right? 92-78, but there's another 180 points if you win this fourth quarter, because we have all the points rolling over from the second and third.
And you heard Shay Petty say, I believe it's 180 points on the line. And Team Segrist, we're trying to walk away with that.
Harrison, the step through, just dances off the rim. And Bradford out of the pack. Bradford, little stop and go. Tried to float that over to Segrist. Instead, it's Osborne. Yeah, Petty said she was taking the first week to kind of figure things out. Now she understands how to make some points up in a hurry here.
Well, but you know, it's if you're new to AU, I can understand that. And so, but Shay's typical role in the W, right? She's going to assist and she's going to defend. And so then she says, but I realize doing that here at AU is not going to put me at the top of the leaderboard, so I have to change my thinking.
Offensive foul called there against Hartley. And a timeout is called. 2:47 to play here in the fourth. We're just getting started here tonight. We've got more AU Pro basketball continuing at 8:30. Team Sims, Team Caldwell, Odyssey Sims, Cheryl.
Woo!
For as good as Maddie has been playing, Odyssey Sims has set the bar coming into week 3.
Listen, Odyssey Sims was in the orange jersey last week, so I think it is something about the jersey. But Big O had a triple-double, 41 points. Odyssey Sims is a bucket. She scores in so many different ways. And if you thought that Maddie Segrist gave you a show, you definitely want to stay tuned in for the next game.
That's coming up at 8:30 Eastern. Check out where to watch on the website at auprobasketball.com. But we're looking forward to seeing Odyssey and Team Sims in action. The score in this one, well, a lot of points are at stake. 180 points to the winner of the fourth quarter, that individual fourth quarter score. Then there's another 180 points to the winner of the game. That looks to be Team Segrist. Technical foul, meanwhile, called against Bria Hartley in the interim. Maddie Segrist knocks that down. That ties her career high at 35 and pushes her team in front by 2 in the quarter.
And let's not forget what Ari said, Team Harrison. Their goal is to keep Maddie under 40.
So far, so good, actually. That seemed kind of impossible when Ari brought it up, but it's looking very possible. Segrist fading. Under 2.5 to play. So even though the game not in doubt, Team Harrison still very much playing for this fourth quarter score. And the 180 points that comes with it. Harrison stripped. Harris the takeaway. And she'll take it herself, in for 2.
Good D. Well, Greg, and here's why that's so important, because whoever wins the game, they're going to get 180 points. And it's looking like that will be Team Siegrist. But if Team Harrison can win this quarter, they will get 120 points. I mean, 180 points, excuse me. So they're going to get the same amount of points that Team Siegrist is going to get for winning the game.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Takeaway here with about 90 seconds to go. And Team Siegrist, they have the 4-point edge in the fourth, so they want to be wise with the basketball as well. Not allow any easy ones here for Team Harrison. Petty floats that up. Nobody home. Siegrist can't hit at the buzzer there. They'll say last touch off of Team Harrison. The ball will stay here with 1:16 to play. A debate here if they will review this. And it looks as if we will get a timeout and a challenge to determine who touched that basketball last, as it is currently called out off of Team Harrison. Captain's challenge by Team Harrison. They believe it was off of Team Siegrist. This is critical again. Just a 4-point difference in the quarter score. Team Harrison needs every possession they can possibly get. Siegrist went up, and then Desiree Young on the follow. This might be a better angle.
Oh, so who is that? Did Team Siegrist tip it from behind? Is that Shea Petty? Because Shea's always getting her hands on things, so I don't know. If Shea didn't hit it, to me, it looked like it was off of Team Harrison.
Yeah, at first glance, you understand why it was called the way that it was. That's Jamaris Davis there defending. Did she get a piece of it as Desiree Young tried to come down with that basketball? Our officiating crew talking through this one. Just a reminder, here's how the captain's challenges work. 2 challenges per team per game. We are in that last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, by the way. And as you see, the items that can be challenged, an out-of-bounds call is one of those things. Following the challenge, call will stand as called, so not enough evidence to confirm that it was to be reversed. And it'll stick with Team Siegrist, and that's big. They'll have the basketball back, 14 on the shot clock, and a chance to try and add to their cushion here in the fourth and secure all of those points. 180 for the quarter and then 180 for the game, which for someone like Maddie Siegrist, that's a nice 360 to add on top of everything else. Petty from 3, big time bucket. Shea Petty adding to her career high night here in AU. Drills the triple, she's got 15.
Shea, you understood the assignment. That's 30 points because it was a 3. And 10 for Maddie Siegrist for the assist.
Lexi Brown, Bradford the board. And now Team Harrison running out of opportunities to try and take the fourth quarter victory. Here's Harris. Siegrist the pull-up, coming up short. Might be a little bit of fatigue setting in there. She's had to do a lot tonight.
And she has played quite a few minutes.
Hartley on the drive. Shot clock is off, so final seconds in this one. So Team Siegrist, they're gonna take all the points. 180 for all those rollover rewards, and then 180 for the game. They'll sweep the quarters And captain Maddie Siegrist will move to 4-0, 98-80. And you can't help but think back to last year. Another captain, Alicia Gray, that won her first 4 as a captain. She ended up being a champion. Some foreshadowing perhaps here for Maddie Siegrist. Still a lot of basketball left to be played, but trending in the right direction for the Villanova Star.
I mean, Maddie Siegrist, from the very beginning, she came out, she understood the assignment, she got her team going early, scoring from everywhere on the floor, getting out in transition, nice layup, nice little shot, bringing Izzy away from the basket, and things were just rolling from Maddie Siegrist and her squad tonight.
And she's standing by now with Ari Chambers.
There's a lot of excitement around us, rightfully so. Maddie made for the moment. Siegrist, 35 points. I mean, what got into you tonight?
We just wanted to come out, start the week strong. We know we got a back-to-back. Blue's a great team. They got a lot of talent, so we knew we had to come out and hit them first.
They're a great team with a lot of talent, but you clearly put together a strong team. What were you looking for with this team in particular?
Fast, rebounders, and defense. I mean, we got a lot of interchangeable players. I think you saw that tonight. We had a couple people, step out with different things, and it was just next man up mentality.
What about your team allows you to be your best self showing up every night?
I mean, who are you helping off of? I think, just every single person hit a shot when we needed it tonight. I couldn't be more happy for Mackenzie Forbes and Shay. They really stepped up and played great.
I'm so proud of all y'all. Congratulations, and go take your picture.
Thank you.
5 in double figures for Team Siegrist, of course, led by the captain, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Here's a look at our live leaderboard. So all those stats for Maddie Siegrist, plus 360, vaults her up north of 4,000. Keep in mind, no MVP points factored in. It'll be a crime if she doesn't get some sort of MVP voting after this one, so you can be sure more points coming there. And a lot of movement in the leaderboard here, courtesy of their wins and all those points. 3 of the top 4 now from Team Siegrist. That's the way this works, but Team Sims coming up next. What a night, though, for Team Siegrist. They get a lot of folks involved, and they sweep through Team Harrison.
Well, I mean, Maddie said it all. She understood the assignment. They wanted to come out, jump on Team Harrison early. They have a back-to-back tomorrow. And I love the fact that every single player that got in the game contributed, and it was a total team win.
She was thrilled to get some of her teammates involved, and they answered the call. 15 points, a career high from Shea Petty. Rebecca Harris continues her double-figure run with 11. For Team Harrison, the captain, Izzy Harrison, leads their charge, 23 points. They had 5 in double figures as well. Once again, our final 98-80 Team Siegrist. We continue with Team Sims and Team Caldwell, 8:30 Eastern. Join us by watching. Find out more at auprobasketball.com. For Cheryl Swoops, Ari Chambers, and our entire crew, I'm Greg Meskel. Thanks for watching.
That's what we finna do.